I'm Carter Myers, and this is my co-host, Barrett. Barrett came in. We got a super special guest for the 5th episode of the Two Dogs on Leash podcast. I'm so excited how far we've gotten here. I mean, I didn't think we were going to make it to 5 episodes. I think they were going to say, hey, you're done. We can't do 5 episodes because y'all are just not doing it. And I'm just going to be like, man, I really enjoyed this. But it's been a passion project, and we've been able to push through and get to
we're
our
here
5th
with Ford
episode
Wade.
to interview Ford Wade. You know, tell a little bit about what you did?
I play football. I'm the left tackle at Oxford, and I play first base and catcher for the baseball team.
I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy.
First question, MJ or LeBron?
Well, I like MJ the most because, first of all, he's way better than LeBron. He would school LeBron in a 1v1, and MJ, he just wouldn't let himself lose.
You know, honestly, we could talk about that all day. Like, I could probably dispute you on that, but I don't really want to.
Yeah, well, I mean, whatever you say would be wrong. I just think Michael Jordan's just the GOAT.
Okay. Do you think Will Chamberlain scored 100 points?
Heck no.
No chance. No chance. How? I just don't see how they have no record that he actually scored it, and all the record of his points are just cut out. I just don't see that.
I agree with that. I think that well, you know, they did say that they made a 3-point line because Will Chamberlain would just end up ducking it from the 3-point line.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see that either.
I don't know if that's real or not.
I mean, I still think he's.
That's crazy.
I think he's really good. I just don't think 100 points.
So
that's crazy.
For a baseball game or a football game, what's one thing you do to just lock in and get
Just listen to music.
Baseball. I mean, I've been playing baseball my whole life, so I'm pretty much locked in once I get to the field. Just warm up. I like listening to music. I don't like listening to loud rap music, but I like listening to music that's gonna calm me down.
Some Tom Petty.
Slow music. I like a little bit of country. And then football is totally different. I like to blare loud music, rap music, trying to get my adrenaline up because I'm about to go hit somebody. But yeah, it's just 2 completely different sports with 2 completely different music.
Tom Petty.
You watched that one receiver's highlights. What's his name? Played at Virginia Tech.
Tavon Austin.
That's his name.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good.
Listen to that boy for every game to get you locked in, baby.
It is.
Get you locked in.
Oh, and for football, one of my real good traditions is before every game, I listen to Enter Sandman. I listen to it completely, even through the very end. I just think it's just a good tradition, and it just gets you locked in.
What sport? Football?
Football, yeah.
And football, how do you prepare differently from football to baseball? Are you more locked in?
Just a whole different game.
Either one?
Yeah. Baseball, you can really go out there and have fun. You got 9 guys that are just going out there to have fun. You mess up one time, you're gonna come back and you'll be able to hit. But your football, you got to be locked in the whole game because if you mess up one play, that could lead to a touchdown, and a touchdown's big. If the other team scores a touchdown because you're not locked in, then that you really just go downhill from there. But yeah, you got to be way more prepared in football. Know the plays, know the offense, what you're doing, what your game plan is. But yeah.
And is baseball the same as football? Let's say there's a guy in front of you who's 300 pounds and he's just mowing through you, and you're just going to think, wow, I'm in for a long, long game. Is that similar in baseball, or would that be?
In some sorts, yes, because football, you're going to win one or the 2. You're not always going to lose. There's always going to be a play where you come out on top, and really you need those plays to boost your confidence. But in baseball, if the guy on the mound just cruising, it's really hard to come back from that because in baseball it's a 1v9 because you got a pitcher going against 9 guys, but at the same time it's a 9v9 because your pitcher's got to have people behind him because if they hit the ball, he can't do it all by himself.
And my bad.
Oh no, but in football, yeah, I really think it's a one-on-one the whole game. Everybody's got one guy they're trying to compete against.
Especially at your position.
Yeah, left tackle. You're on an island out there. You're not getting much help unless he goes inside. And then, even for quarterbacks, you'd think a quarterback having the whole defense. Yeah. Specific plays, they might be picking out one guy. He might see the corner and have to read him. But yeah, I think it's similar in both senses.
I can speak for this.
Yeah.
Do you play left tackle?
No, I'm talking about the baseball side.
Okay, I got you.
So, if a guy's throwing, 93 out there, committed to Vanderbilt,
yeah.
and he's dealing. Like,
Yeah.
he's going to be in a groove.
He's gonna be in a good groove.
And then, like, it's kind of hard to get out of a groove once you're in a groove.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you got to get the groove and then out of the groove and then in the groove and then out of the groove.
I got you. It's a mental game.
It's a groove.
That's why they say baseball's 90% mental and 10% physical. I mean, you're always gonna you have to be physical to play a sport, but at the same time, I mean, you strike out, you can't go back up there saying, "Oh, I struck out." You got to bounce back.
And in football too, like you think of positions that are really intelligent. I feel like people don't think of. I feel like they think of offensive linemen as just huge dudes,
Big dumb guys who just block. I mean, I would almost argue that the offensive linemen have to be the second most intelligent on the field besides quarterback. I mean, of course they've got to know everything, but I mean, they got an offensive lineman have a bunch of plays and block a bunch of defenses.
Definitely.
But, yeah.
I mean, offensive linemen too. You look at a position like center or tackle where you're going against somebody. Yeah. Every play one-on-one, that's extremely difficult, especially when you're thinking about snap count. You're thinking about defensive fronts that you have to call.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty difficult position. For you to do that as a freshman is pretty dope.
Yeah, thank you.
What's the coaching staff been different from baseball to football? Because I know you have Coach Taylor, who I've had a couple practices with.
Yeah.
Pretty intense dude. But.
He's intense. Well, the main difference is baseball. You're always every sport you're gonna get yelled at. You're always gonna get critiqued. They always want you to be better than you can be, or like better than they know you can be. But in baseball, the main thing with baseball is working as a team, being smooth. Football, I mean, for instance, Coach Taylor, if you mess up, I mean, he's gonna be on you. But he's not on you trying to. Yeah, he's not on you trying to demoralize you. He's on you trying to get you better because he knows you can be better. But yeah, I just see it as two sports that you're gonna be getting onto, but at the same time, football is just a completely different world.
100%.
Yeah.
One of my questions is, if you were stranded on an island and you had 3 things to give, what would those 3 things be?
I'd probably take a boat because I mean, you gotta try to get off. I'd definitely take some food, probably some chicken because I mean, chicken's gonna be real good. It's protein, and then can I bring a person?
I mean, is a person a thing?
If you value that person as a thing.
Yeah.
I'd probably bring like a president of some sort, like a former president.
Oh, that's a good
Joe Biden or Trump, because I mean, if a president goes missing, they're gonna find them. So they're gonna be with me.
What about Albert Einstein?
Yeah, but he's different because he invented stuff. He wasn't thinking about how to get off an island.
He could invent
that boy's also dead.
a teleport system.
Well, I mean,
wait. One thing I want to talk about though is what did Albert Einstein even do?
He invented the light bulb.
No, that was Thomas Edison.
Yeah, E equals MC squared, and that's just about it. I don't really think about anything else that he made.
Wait, who invented the light bulb?
Oppenheimer, I'm pretty sure.
No.
Thomas Edison.
I'm joking.
Thomas Edison was a president.
I'm joking.
Yo.
All right.
Wait, Thomas Edison was a president.
No, it wasn't.
Let's get off that stupidness that is coming from over here. What is one thing that you like? Are we talking about food on an island? Is there something you'd eat before a game?
Well,
because I know your grandma brings you like snacks.
Yeah, before a game, I'd probably you gotta have protein. Recently, my favorite like good juju before a game is the gummy frogs. He knows about them. The gummy frogs.
Gummy frogs!
Gummy frogs. They come out on top. You're struggling, hitting. You
Love
take 2
some
gummy
frogs.
frogs and you're gonna get 2 hits. It's just an unknown thing.
No, I mean, I'm gonna have to disagree. I had some and then I went.
But you're a pitcher.
I went 2 1/3 and gave up 2 runs. So I mean.
But gummy frogs, I don't know that they've ever failed a hitter. But probably my favorite food, like if I could have it before a game, would probably be orange chicken from Panda Express.
Never had Panda Express in my life.
You're missing out big time.
Never
Overall best food on the planet, Panda Express orange chicken stamp.
That's a good pick. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, just like those gummy frogs you told me. I think it was last year. You said you gotta grip it and rip it like a frog whenever you're hitting.
Yeah.
No, there's actually another thing. It's like squish the frog.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, because like when you're hitting,
at one point.
You need to turn your back foot.
No, you're good.
At one point, we were trying to make a T-shirt brand on like sayings you'd hear at a baseball field, and that was one of them. Like
squish the frog.
Yeah, squish the frog, or you always hear like your coach saying, "Grip it and rip it like a frog," because the frogs rip it. But
Rip it.
Yeah, rip it.
No, but the thing with the squish the frog is like when you're hitting.
Yeah, you want to
You want to
push your
you
back
want
foot.
to something with. I'm not a hitter, but like something with your back foot, you gotta like move it and like squish the frog.
You got to get the rotation, so you want to squish
the frog.
Squish the back.
Squish
the back
that
foot.
frog.
Yeah.
So Barrett advised me against this question, but I really think we should ask it. Would you rather get a hug from Coach Skidmore, who's one of my all-time favorite coaches, or get a hug from Coach Paz?
That's difficult. I think Coach Poss, because Coach Skidmore seems like a nice guy. I mean, I feel like you could get a hug from him easily. But Coach Poss, I mean, he's nice to me, but sometimes you just wouldn't think he'd give you a hug. Like, he would just give you a fist bump.
I love
But,
Coach Poss.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Coach
Who
Poss
doesn't?
is top 10 coach.
Of my
OAC.
top 10 coach of all time
Yeah.
I've had.
I like Coach Poss.
You know, we're going to ask you which one was your favorite sport out of the two, but I really don't feel like you'd be
Yeah, I
comfortable
can't.
answering that question.
I'm not comfortable answering that.
He's not comfortable answering the question.
He's not comfortable answering it. So in football, I heard you got a new pretty sick helmet. Is it pretty dope?
Yeah, I got it's called a LOVCE trench. So basically, it's a LOVCE helmet, which is like a brand of helmet, and then on the front there's a big plastic carbon fiber piece that you can put on it specifically for linemen, D linemen, offensive linemen, and they brand it towards offensive linemen because every play you're hitting somebody with your head, and it's really just like a crazy impact on your head, and over time it can lead to it can
lead to
bad.
concussions and lead to head injuries.
Yeah, concussions, head injuries, brain damage at the most. But the helmet that I'm wearing, it's supposed to lower those numbers down like an exponential amount. So
It's
a big word right there.
exponential.
Yeah.
Did y'all go to the Ole Miss baseball game or you saw the Iowa? No, it was
Me and Ford were there
I was
together.
there.
The dude got hit in the head with the baseball.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was not
I
in
was
that one.
like, he's gone.
I thought the
That's
dude
what
had a
I thought.
concussion.
Yeah, he definitely has a concussion.
Actually, I saw him at dinner last night.
For real? Where?
Was it Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yeah.
B-Dub Dubs.
B-Dubs.
Y'all go there?
We go before game days.
I rock with some B-Dub Dubs.
It's just like a before game day type ritual.
Oh, and another ritual was after wins, me, Rob, and Wes have been going to Sonic, and after that's happened, we haven't lost a game. So we're gonna try to keep
please
that going.
keep doing it.
Yeah.
Please keep
Well, I
doing
mean,
it.
Carter said he doesn't care about Oxford baseball or Oxford basketball.
You got to cut that.
For real?
Why do you have to cut that?
You got to cut that. I never said that, and that's just false. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Gulp. So, what would you say is your max squat?
I really never maxed my squat. Most I've ever done, the most weight I've ever done for most reps was I've done 315 for like 12. But I have maxed my leg press before, and I did 1,200 pounds for 10. And I mean that was a struggle. But I've never really maxed my squat.
How many plates on each side is that?
It's like 8, 9.
Yeah, something like that. I tallied it up. I work out at Planet Fitness, so shout out to Planet Fitness.
Judgment free zone.
Judgment free zone, free Wi-Fi. No flexing in the mirrors though.
You sent off the lunk alarm yet?
No, but next time I go, that's my goal.
What is it?
It's on I've written it down. Try to set off the lunk alarm.
What is that?
Slam weight or.
It's like an alarm goes
Yeah.
off that you're like a lunk.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Well, it's really just a brand. I mean, they're not, I don't think I've ever heard it.
Set off.
Man, you slam those weights.
I go in there sometimes and it's just like too nice. You know what I mean?
It is very nice. That's
Planet
why I
Fitness?
love Planet Fitness because I've been to gyms before and they're just dirty. Like there's dirt on the floor, weights are not put up correctly.
Don't you like
But-
that feeling though? Of that like grunge?
I mean, working out, yes, but then you go and you work out and then you're like, oh, where's the weights at? And then
You're like,
gotta
why
look
is this
for 'em.
plate sticky?
Yeah,
Ew.
why is the plate sticky?
What?
Sweat on a plate.
Big pause
That is
moment.
not it. Sweat on plates are not fun, especially grabbing them. But
That was
Yeah.
wild.
You got a Starburst favorite flavor? I'm a yellow guy. I'm be honest.
I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely despise Starburst.
Oh, for real?
I
That's
hate
so
'em.
cap.
I just don't like them because I don't have a gag reflex, but I don't like getting stuff stuck in my teeth. And Starburst get stuck.
That's real. I actually agree with that.
Was
I
that
like
is
peanut
that
butter
another
and
pause
work in your
moment?
mouth.
Dude. What?
That's really funny, Barrett.
I like pink.
Yeah. Pink's pretty good though. I used to give him my dog.
It goes pink, red, orange, yellow. What's the other one?
I'm not even gonna rank them. I don't even like them.
I take the bad ones and I just give him my dog and he chew on me like.
Dude.
I don't think that's
Okay,
good.
hey,
Yeah,
hey. Don't give dogs grapes. It'll kill them.
For
Yeah.
Or chocolate.
It's no,
George's
grapes
eaten
are
a lot
worse.
of grapes before.
Grapes are worse.
Yeah, grapes are worse.
What has it been like having like a mini you in the house?
Cool. I'm gonna disagree. Gibbs is not a mini me, but I will say, if you were to look at my dad, Chip, and if you were to look at my brother Gibbs, you could put them in a room together, and if they were both 20 years old, they'd be steps like
the exact same.
The exact same,
Twins.
not steps,
Step
right? The exact
brothers.
same person.
That's crazy.
They walk the same. They look the same. They're just spitting image of each other.
They act the same.
Man, I
They act
love
the same,
Gibbs and
too.
Chip, man. Gibbs.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love them both. but
Gibbs
they
kind of
just-
makes me mad sometimes. He didn't give me candy on like Tuesday night after I did good, so I was just like,
He's never gonna share his candy.
he had like 8 bags. He had like 10 bags over here, and I was like, "Can I just get one?" He was like, "No, bro." I was like, "Come on now."
So it's not a mini you. but
Actually, I call him Giblet.
Giblet.
Yeah, Gibby.
No, Giblet.
Is he? Do you kind of see him take him under your wing, and he's gonna be like next year?
In some sort, I do because we were in the same steps. Like I was the same size pretty much as him, but I grew, so that's why I lost a little bit of weight. I did. I grew and lost a little bit of weight, but he hasn't hit his growth spurt yet.
No, I was just laughing.
I see it coming.
He hasn't.
I see it coming in the future, but
He's more of a baseball guy, though, right?
yeah, he wants to play defensive line, which I don't see. Coach Taylor's going to have him by the end of his 8th grade year, but
God, he's gonna be on.
I'm
that.
telling him. I've told him before. I'm like, you need to learn how to snap a ball because you would be a good center.
That's pretty hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. I could see him at quarterback though if he really wanted to.
Flag football, he is a quarterback. He's
That's
not,
flag football, though.
Yeah, I know, but if he got a little bit faster, maybe. But
How tall are you?
overall, not me. I'm about 6'4".
Same.
What's it say on your driver's license?
I don't know what it says. I don't have it on me, but they did put me at 200 pounds, and I don't think I've been 200 pounds since I've been in 5th grade. Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling them I'm 6'3" when I go.
I failed my
I've
driver's
been.
test 3 times.
You failed your driver's
No, not driver's test, my permit test.
How?
For
All you
real?
gotta do is study.
Huh?
Oh, you failed? You failed?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Howard said I haven't taken it yet, but Howard said you just got to look at the
No, it's
photos in the
hard,
book,
man.
and then you just got to take the Quizlet. That's
I
what
use a Quizlet. I am the founder of the Quizlet. I found that one. And then
Oh,
I sent
did
it out.
you?
I did. The Quizlet? Oh, yeah, that was me.
I think I studied it before that,
Mm.
and
I don't think so. I dropped my phone again.
Has it been fun driving for? 9th grade.
At the very beginning, it's real fun, but then it just becomes like something you have to do. Like
Yeah, that makes sense.
sometimes you like driving far. I would not like to drive far. It's
I
boring.
love driving far. I don't like driving, but I like driving far.
No, you don't.
No, there's no way you do.
Like
There's
I would
no
drive
way.
if I was by myself. I would, and it was a hot sunny day. I would just I would just put my music up and just roll my
You
windows
play
down
that
and
song.
be on.
It's Monday,
And then be on my way to the beach, like Seaside right now. I would love to go to Seaside right now, or Rosemary.
I'll see you there.
You
during
too?
the summer.
Right.
Unfortunately, our interview got cut a little short. We had he had a little issue with his schedule getting done. He had to get that ready for next year. Taking the hardest classes possible next year, hopefully, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Barrett, you got some questions for him?
What's some of the biggest lessons you've learned throughout your sports career? Like a good lesson you've learned, valuable lesson.
Yeah. Probably the biggest lesson is, you're never gonna be perfect. You're always gonna have a flaw. Somebody's always gonna mess up. But the biggest part of that is when you do mess up, you gotta figure out where you messed up and fix it. Because if you keep messing up, you'll never be successful.
100%.
Yeah.
That's right. What's it like having Chip as a dad and a coach? Is it different?
That'd be crazy.
It's really fun. When I was young, and backstory, I always call my dad Chip on and off the field because when I was young, he was always my coach, and it got kind of weird yelling across the field like, "Hey, Dad." So I just started calling him Chip, and it kind of just stuck. But yeah, I mean, sometimes sometimes it can be weird. Like you strike out, and he's like, What'd you do?" And then, but at the same time, it can be great because you're being successful on the field, and then he can pump you up and be like, "Hey, good job." And then it's just like it just makes you feel good when your dad says that to you.
What would you say is your best like memory throughout sports whole career you've had?
Probably my first football game. First football game I ever played for the high school was at LaFayette, and of course, I mean, as y'all know, we won. I think it was 49-7.
Whooped them.
But yeah, beat them up.
Good
But
stuff.
yeah, I mean, I thought it was just a great experience. First ever time playing high school football, playing varsity, new position. It was just I had a lot of stuff coming at me, but I mean, you had to stay composed, and I mean, it was just probably one of my favorite sports experiences.
And for those that don't know, prior to playing offensive line, you played defensive line?
Yeah, I was a defensive end at the middle school, but I took 2 steps into the high school, and Coach Taylor saw me and said, "You're mine now." So,
was that? Is it interesting to have that perspective of a defensive lineman now that you're an offensive lineman?
yeah, I 100% think
That helped you a lot.
it just helps a lot. No, playing defensive line for 2 years and then transferring to O line. I mean, it's just huge because you know like what they're thinking. Their whole idea is to get to the ball, or on a run play. Their whole idea is to squeeze it down, which some offensive linemen don't understand that. But playing defensive line, I could have understood that.
All right, we're going to end it with a easy question. Favorite uni combo, football and baseball.
Favorite uni combo.
Baseball is easy answer.
Yeah, baseball is probably going to be the pinstripes.
Yep.
Pinstripes, I love those. I just think they're inspirational to like the whole team. They represent a lot. And then football, I think probably my favorite football jerseys are the all blues. I love all blues because
Pants too.
Blue pants.
I didn't know they had that.
Yeah, I really liked them because that was our wearing those. We beat Lewisburg, which clinched the home playoffs. So I just think those are really cool to wear.
Yeah. What was that last playoff game like? That must have been awesome.
Oh, it was great.
Who was that against?
Well, I mean the last playoff game you won.
Yeah, the playoff game. It was great. Unfortunately, I wasn't there because I had pulled my calf.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, it was just a great experience, battling through the whole game, and then finally to have our senior Jack Harper, captain,
Wildcat.
get the ball, Wildcat, and just run it in. It was great.
And for the record, we would love to have Jack Harper on the podcast.
Yes.
Actually, we've had our differences in the past. The whole with their podcast going on, I kind of forget their name or whatever. You, by the way, never go on that podcast.
Yeah, I'm not going. I was
yeah.
supposed to be on it, but they rejected me, so I just said,
Come on
bye-bye.
here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What'd they say?
They were saying, come on the podcast, we'll come get you at 9. They never came and got me. So I just said, whatever with it.
Whatever with it. All right, we had a great talk with you. I think you're probably one of our best guests that we've had so far. No disrespect to our other guests.
Thank you, man.
Some really good answers. All right.
Thank y'all.